Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. It is Friday, the 11th day of June. Today is National Making Life Beautiful Day. Heidi does that every day.
Oh, aren't you sweet?
You make life beautiful. I think that's a really cool thing. National Corn on the Cob Day today. Heidi
Yum.
makes corn on the cob every day.
Not quite.
No, not quite, but she does like it. National German Chocolate Cake Day. Heidi has never made a German chocolate cake.
I have not because I don't care for it.
I really do like it. It's good stuff. And I'm super excited to have a very cool guest. Kelsey Grammer is in a new movie called The Space Between.
Oh, I love Kelsey
He was
Grammer.
Frasier. He's been in a ton of movies and stuff. And he's not my guest today, but he is in the movie. It is the guest that I'm going to be talking to is actually the director of the movie, The Space Between. And this is her directorial debut. She's been a producer of things like Dallas Buyers Club and other things. An Academy Award nominee. Rachel Winter is our guest. Excited to chat with her coming up.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. In a new poll, 65% of voters say that psychedelic substances do not have medical use. So that's in a new survey. Safety is sexy, Heidi, according to a new survey.
Oh, yes, it is.
2,000 people. It reveals more than half of American drivers, 56% to be exact, would not date someone they consider to be an unsafe driver. Our son is in trouble.
Okay.
He's actually gotten to be a whole lot better lately.
That I agree with, but I wouldn't say that it's sexy. That's a ridiculous comment.
Keep listening. Moreover, nearly a fifth of Americans, 18%, said they've ended things with a partner because of their driving habits. Also, Heidi, 3 out of 4 people.
So ridiculous.
3 out of 4 people say the way a person takes care of their car says a lot about what that driver is really like. So there's a lot of things saying be a better driver and take better care of your car. Because if you do, that makes you sexy. Kind of, sort of, according to that story.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
I disagree.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. 27-year-old Missouri man Tanner Hutcherson arrested on felony narcotics charges following an auto accident in Columbia.
Oh, boy.
He was actually a passenger in a vehicle involved in a DWI accident. Now, it's interesting.
He was the passenger and he was arrested?
I'll explain why. Some places they call it DUI, driving under the influence. This is DWI, driving while intoxicated. Right. But it's similar, but a little bit different. Anyway, he was he was actually the passenger, but he had possession of a controlled substance.
Oh, okay.
He got locked up in lieu of $30,000 bond. Drug charges is why he was there. His rap sheet is, here's his greatest hits. He's got multiple convictions here. Multiple convictions. Theft, also burglary, leaving the scene of an accident, and now his biggest hit, his latest hit, drug possession. So yeah, He's got himself in a little bit of trouble. 5 years of prison on this next one, it looks like. So. And the thing the internet is talking about is his choice of shirt in his mugshot. It's a Dare shirt. Drug shirt. So, yeah. His shirt was confiscated, by the way, along with all of his other clothing and his drugs and everything. It's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com, a trailer for the Apple TV Plus documentary about the genesis of the Peanuts comics titled Who Are You, Charlie Brown, has recently been released. I actually think it would be kind of cool to watch a documentary about where the Peanuts came
I
from.
haven't even seen the preview of this at
course you
all.
haven't. We don't have Apple TV Plus.
I know, but you'd think they would promote it other places so people would want to get it.
Yeah, country music television, CMT, is under fire on the old interwebs because they're running a message that's kind of supporting gun control, and a lot of the people that watch that channel don't like that. So it's been kind of an interesting thing to see how several folks online don't like the messages. And Screen Media has unveiled a July 2nd release. That is the date for the new Megan Fox thriller Till Death finds her handcuffed to a dead man. Ooh. Interesting. Can you imagine
Ooh, I would
that
watch
way?
this.
Yeah, well, July 2nd, you'll be able to. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com. Ice cream maker Ben & Jerry making a CBD-laced ice cream that'll give consumers
Of course
the
they are.
health benefits of marijuana without the high benefits of marijuana. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. It'll probably go well. A man running for mayor in Mexico City, despite the fact that he's wanted by the DEA.
Oh, wow.
Trafficking is what he's wanted for. Rogelio Portillo, believed to be a major cocaine trafficker. So there you go. He said he's never used cocaine. He's just smelled it once or twice. So. And one last story that's going to probably take the rest of the time here because it's a long story, but it's an interesting story. This almost landed in weird news, but it's going to land right here. A young man and a young partner in crime are being accused of stealing large amounts of Pop-Tarts, milk, cheese sticks, applesauce, and other items from an elementary school. According to the sheriff's office, 24-year-old Jacob Garrett Hamrick and a juvenile accomplice have been identified after breaking into an elementary school. The break-in was discovered by the administrators at about 7:30 a.m. last Wednesday. They say it appears the suspect entered the school through an unsecured door. Investigators located almost all of the items stolen from the school during a canvass of area residents. Officials say the motivation for these crimes appears to be opportunity, more so than the opposed, need for food or drink. Among the stolen items, 89 packages of Pop-Tarts, 38 cartons of milk, 42 sticks of cheese, 11 containers of strawberry applesauce, 2 cartons of orange juice, 6 compound bows used by the school's archery program.
Whoa.
They've been arrested, by the way. The older gentleman, 24-year-old gentleman has. The kid, probably not. Says that a $1,000 unsecured bond. The juvenile's involvement in the incident is going to be addressed with the Office of Juvenile Justice. So, bad idea, though. You just don't do all of that stuff. And I don't know what they thought was going to happen, but yeah, they got caught. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Our guest today is Academy Award nominee Rachel Winter. She was the producer of a movie called Dallas Buyers Club with Matthew McConaughey, a movie that did very, very well. And now marks her directorial debut with a movie called The Space Between with Kelsey Grammer. And we've got Rachel Winter on the line now. Rachel, how you doing?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. Now, the movie, The Space Between, it's out right now with Kelsey Grammer. Was he fun to work with?
He was amazing. We had so much fun working together, and he showed up ready to go and was totally up for anything. So we had an awesome experience.
Now, the movie looks like a really fun story, The Space Between, and it's kind of a washed-out rock star. And is it based on a true story? Is there somebody that kind of inspired this, or is it not a true story at all?
Yeah, the writer Will Aldis, I think he had always been inspired a little bit by Brian Wilson, the piano in the sandbox. Bob Dylan, and Will was a music lover. I think first and foremost, so he had done a lot of research on those some of those crazy characters.
So the film is out right now. When did you actually film this? Did you film this pre-COVID, or did you guys actually pull it off somehow to get this filmed in the last year here?
We shot this before COVID, so we were really lucky, and now even luckier that it's coming out, sort of as COVID continues to get into the rearview mirror. So I think the timing is great.
So it looks like the casting of Kelsey Grammer was fantastic, but one of the things that I wondered is if you were telling me I'm looking for like a washed-out rock star, he wouldn't have been the first one to come to mind, but what a great job.
Well, our great casting directors, Betty May Casting, they brought him up, and I thought, that's kind of brilliant. I had known that he had done tossed salad and scrambled eggs from the Frasier opening, and he just was so ready to transform that it ended up being totally genius, even though it was super out of the box.
And again, I think they did an amazing job, because I probably wouldn't have instantly thought of Kelsey Grammer to play like a washed-out rock star, but when you watch this, he just played it perfectly, and I think that it was fantastic, so kudos to you on that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I agree with you, and sometimes I think it's fun for audiences to feel surprised, that they tune in and they think they know exactly what they're going to get from an actor, and then they get that surprise of an actor totally doing something very different.
Again, the movie is called The Space Between. It stars Kelsey Grammer. Our guest, Rachel Winter, is the director. And how can people see this movie?
So June 15th, it'll be out VOD from Paramount Pictures. So, I was super excited about that. We did have a small theatrical, and I think we even had a sold-out showing one night in Detroit, which is super cool. That was back in April during COVID times. So this is going to be the bigger release where people are going to get to see the movie.
And the world has changed in the last year, and a lot of theaters not open. How different does that make it when you're saying, hey, we're going to roll out this new movie? When the theaters are closed, how different is that?
Honestly, if it weren't for Paramount, I don't even know. I think that a movie like this, which people seem to be enjoying, thankfully, it's getting exactly the release that it should have. So that an opportunity for people to see it in their homes and, watch it with friends and have a really good experience, because in today's world, it's really hard to get them into theaters, especially for the smaller films during COVID time.
Well, Rachel, I'm excited for you guys. I think this movie's going to do really, really well. The trailer looks fantastic, and I'm excited to see it. Thank you again for your time today.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Again, our guest today has been Rachel Winter. She is the director of a new movie. It's called The Space Between, starring Kelsey Grammer, and it officially is out video on demand on the 15th. So next Tuesday is when that happens. And if you would like to learn more about the movie, I've got a link to it and a link to the trailer in the show notes for today. And again, Rachel Winter, Oscar-nominated filmmaker, producer, has been our guest today. I've also got a link to her information if you'd like to check her out on the old internet. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
For about 100 years, maps have shown an island that does not exist. Almost nothing is known about Sandy Island, a landmass about the size of Manhattan in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Australia. Supposedly, explorer James Cook discovered it in 1774. Began appearing on nautical maps around 1908. It wasn't until 2012 when a team of Australian scientists set out to survey that island they discovered there was no island.
Oh.
It's gone. Scientists guessed that Cook may have either spotted a pumice raft of floating volcanic stones and gas, or maybe something else. They have no idea. But there was a story published. They even posted an obituary for the island in a newspaper. So Interesting
That's
stuff.
interesting.
That is interesting. And now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Russia. A Russian artist has constructed a portrait of Vladimir Putin out of 500 human teeth. What?
Ew.
Would that be... Would
Ew.
you want that?
No.
Would you want someone to say, "Hey, I want you to check this out. Come around the corner."
Yeah, no.
Okay, cover your eyes. Wait till I get. Okay, open them up.
I've
What do
got
you
a
see?
surprise for you.
Yeah. What is that? It's 500 human teeth
Yeah, that's kind of
in
nasty.
the shape of you. I just don't even.
Unless they were teeth that he knocked out,
No, I don't even want to
then
know
it
about
might
that.
be a gift worth,
Yes. No,
hanging on to.
Probably a bad idea. It's a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Texas mother arrested for allegedly posing as her 13-year-old daughter for a whole day in middle school.
I saw this.
She's 30, by the way. Casey Garcia slipped into an unnamed school. The school has a name. They're just not putting in the story.
Right.
And she went there dressed as a teenager, complete with a hoodie and a backpack and a face mask to prove a point about lax security, according to YouTube videos she posted. During the bizarre stunt, nobody noticed she was not the daughter Julie until 7th period at the end of the school day. She said in the videos, which were first reported by Insider, "I've been here all day, face-to-face with teachers." She said in one of the videos, "Do I look like a 7th grader? No. Cool. Awesome," she said. Footage shows her strolling through a school hallway in high-top sneakers, at one point greeting the principal, who appeared to have no idea that she was a grown woman. Her Safe Schools crusade took an even weirder turn, though, when she was caught, confronted by police, and later arrested, charged with suspicion of criminal trespass and tampering with government records. So she says she's there to prove a point, but the point was proven that, hey, you didn't prove a point. You got caught. You got arrested.
I mean, she also proved her point that she was able to get through the whole school without anybody even saying, wait, something's wrong here.
Well, somebody apparently said that. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been arrested. So I don't know.
But nobody knows till the end of the day.
I don't know. Maybe they're tracking her. They're watching her. They're keeping an eye on her. I don't know. It's today's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com. 26-year-old man removed from American Airlines flight by authorities in Chicago after causing a disturbance. They detained him. He was detained until the plane, which was traveling from Portland, Maine, landed at O'Hare. Spokesperson for the airline confirmed that they requested to meet Flight 3297 at O'Hare due to a disruptive passenger. He was then released with no citations, which I don't understand that. The flight landed safely with no injuries reported among the 75 passengers, 4 crew. Initial tweet by Windy City Weather claimed passenger was banging on the plane's cockpit door trying to enter.
Yikes.
Although the airline says, no, that's not true. The incident comes days after a Delta flight heading from L.A. to Nashville was forced to make an emergency landing after a male passenger allegedly attempted to hijack the plane. So there's a lot of bizarre stuff going on. Here's the thing I got to say. If you're traveling, please just take a chill pill, sit there and just ride. Don't do any of this stuff that's going to get you kicked off the plane, because you probably will never get to fly again. That's a bad idea. Terrible idea.
Well, definitely don't try to get into the cockpit.
No. Well, and they say that wasn't true. But either way, it's today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, But I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. Heidi, you're in the spotlight. I had somebody point this out the other day. They said, Heidi doesn't have to say nearly as much as you have to say, but boy, you put her on the spot a lot. I'm like,
Yeah, you do. I've noticed.
Never really thought about that, but this is your time to shine. You're on the spot. Here we go. Rockwinds, Hobbs, New Mexico. Rockwind. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
It's a golf course.
And Rockwind is a golf course. Good job, Heidi.
Woo!
I'm going to make that last because
it's been a while.
it's been a long time. That is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news. And I think this is good news, by the way. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. This, I think, is just a really cool story. Here's the headline. Teacher gives student the shoes off his own feet at a graduation ceremony.
Oh.
In Louisiana, high school senior, the shoes almost kept him from walking across the stage at graduation until a teacher gave him the shoes right off his own feet. Devarius Peters almost didn't get to graduate because the shoes he was wearing. Peters was wearing a pair of black sneakers with white soles.
Okay.
An employee at the school said, no, you're not allowed to wear that. They're black and white. You're supposed to wear black shoes, dark-colored shoes.
Oh.
And then close the door on the kid's face. The 18-year-old was pacing outside when a teacher, John Butler, saw what happened, said, this was the biggest moment of your life up until this point. Nobody is going to take that away from you. And the teacher said, it's a no-brainer. He said, come over here. Take my shoes.
Oh, that is so sweet.
And it's cool. It looks like the shoes were a little bit too big. It says they were a little bit too big to fill the shoes, but because he's 2 sizes bigger.
Sure.
So I wear 9. He's an 11. So they felt a little slippery. But he said, I was asking him, your daughter's graduating also with me. How are you going to watch her? He said, I'm walking in with no shoes. And there's a photo here of the young man wearing his shoes and the other man in his socks. The two went inside. He was able to graduate. People are praising Butler for stepping up to help out. But he says, hey, it's nothing. He says here, be kind to one another. Be thoughtful. Be empathetic. Try to understand where other people are coming from. I just try my best to be the best human that I possibly can be for the best kids. And I try to lead by example every single day. I think
love that.
Yeah. We've got the Coolest Dude of the Week award going to this guy. That is really, really cool. I love that story. I've got a link to it, by the way, in the show notes if you'd like to check it out. You can see that at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.